Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Wes and this is A&W Acres. On this week's episode, we're going to continue to work on the boat. We've got the jet skis pushed out, then the boat pushed back in. This week I want to get the seats removed out of the boat, continue cleaning the inside, and start preparations to uh, begin building dash location and the front closed bow. I also want to tidy up our project board. We have some tasks that we need to switch their positioning. Off scene, I've been doing quite a bit of practicing on TIG welding. I'll bring you along for that process. It's been a lot of fun. I found an online course that I've been taking, Pacific Arc TIG welding, and I really like it. So I'm happy you're here. Let's get to work. Okay, so we're over here at the to-do board, and I want to move some of these over to their respective columns. So obviously buy a jet ski. We are done with that. I want to start this week on a dash design, and I also want to start, like I just said, removing the seats. I don't want to start working on cutting the hull or cutting the transom just yet. And that's because I want to make sure that the jet skis perform in the water. Talking to a couple of friends of mine who have jet skis, they're like, look, man, you got to put it in the water to make sure that it runs, because it might run great on dry land, but as soon as you put it in water, a lot of things might sneak up. So we're going to put them in the water. And then additionally, the gas tank. I really wanted to use that 30-gallon tank that I have. It just boils down to it's too big. Space is so important in the boat, and it was too big. It just wasn't going to work. So I have another tank. It's a 20-gallon tank. I don't have it yet. It's down at my family's. So I'm going to go down maybe this weekend and pick it up. So it might not be in this episode, but it's a 20-gallon tank, and I think it's going to be way better. So let's get to work. Okay, well, here we are. I seized the time that I had, and the jet skis are in the water. And let's go put it in the ground, or put it in the water, and see how she does. First impressions are pretty good. I know you can't see me in the camera yet. Reverse works really well. Forward goes in very quick. Throttle feels really good. Seems stable. I think you probably see me now. So I'm just going to putt around this little bay here and see how she does. First things first is, boy, it feels really smooth. It's about 60 degrees out today. Not ideal. I kind of want to goose it and see what it feels like. Whoa. That was... Keep in mind, oh man, I just got goosed. Oh, I'm soaked. Keep in mind that, oh my gosh, I keep getting splashed. It's so bad. Keep in mind, I've never ridden a jet ski. I've ridden on the back of one. I've never driven one. So this is my first time here, and I am absolutely soaking wet. Oh well, it seems to be doing really good. Let's come back towards you. Wow! That's so fast. Oh man. Oh gosh, right in the face. Oh, my pants are absolutely soaking wet. Well, guys, I think that was amazing. I think these jet skis continue to prove their worth. Um, man, what a good running jet ski. I couldn't be more happy. Guys, I think that's about enough for here. As you can see, I am absolutely soaked. We'll head back to the shop, and I'll catch you at the shop. All right, welcome back to the shop, everyone. My clothes are dry, and you can see I got the Sea-Doo in the shop. I found a trolley that somebody was selling brand new on Marketplace, and I went and picked it up for 60 bucks. So got the jet ski on there, and it was pretty easy, wasn't terrible. But it's going to facilitate us getting this stripped down and also being able to work on the boat at the same time. So what I want to get started today is let's get the seats out of the aluminum boat and start getting this interior of the hull cleaned up. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I don't know if this is entirely necessary, but before I take these seats out, this seat and then the seat just below you can't see, I want to make a reinforcer that will hold the hull together. That way, if I remove this seat, that prohibits the hull from expanding wider. So what that's going to look like, we're going to use this piece of 3/4 leftover plywood. And I'm just going to mark here. I think I'm probably going to go up a few inches. And here. And then we'll do the exact same on the other side. And then we'll use the jigsaw, and we're going to cut that out. That way this will kind of slip over the sides of the hull, and then that way I can cut this piece out, and I don't have to worry about the hull kind of flexing. So let's do that. Doesn't need to be perfect, but that's the idea. All right, let's get this cut. Oh, vise came loose. Gotta move the camera here. Okay, let's see here. And again, the idea is just to keep the hull from bowing out. I don't know that it will. It probably won't. And I'm probably way overthinking this. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay, good. Well, let's do the other one, and we'll get the second one done. Okay, well, that was a touch loose, but that'll suffice. I think that. Oh my gosh, that's pretty wide. Yeah, may not work as I planned. Let's see if it'll fit up here a little better. Oh, it does. We'll go up here. Yeah. I don't know, looks like I measured a little incorrectly on that. That's all right. We'll do the best with what we got. Okay, so I've got some tools here. I was doing some thinking on this, and I want to leave a little bit of an edge here on this seat because I want to use it to help support my dash structure that I'm going to build. So let's get a couple measurements here. I don't know what I'm looking for really. I'm going to kind of just go off what I think, and I really like 5 inches. So let's put a mark at 5. And I think that'll give me plenty of room that I can run my dash supports off of that, kind of, coming up like this is kind of what I'm thinking. See, I don't want to take these and unrivet from the hull because I'm concerned about water leaking past the rivets. So I want to leave the rivets there, and we're just going to work around them is kind of what I'm thinking here. Okay, so that'll be our cut line. And I'll do the same on the other side, and we'll get this cut. Okay, so there's the seat cut out. We got the support back in. I didn't feel the boat pop or bend or anything. I tell you, I really hate cutting a lot of this stuff without that shield on that grinder, but the grinding wheel is bigger than the shield allows. I've seen plenty of scary videos where those discs come apart and shoot into everything. So I made sure to have my safety squints on. Made it through this one. Let's get that next seat back here in the middle. Let's get it next. Get you in a better spot. So I'm not really certain how to do this one. I believe I'm just going to come in and cut here and then try to go around, but it's really hard with that grinder wheel. I think a lot of times I suffer from something called project paralysis, where I can't make a decision because I'm overanalyzing it. And I feel like I'm getting there with this project. I'm trying to think of the whole project rather than itty-bitty steps. Despite our project board, I have to stay focused. So let's work on getting this out. Well, if that doesn't grind your gears. You guys didn't get to see all of it because I had a notification on my phone and it stopped the recording. So, but at any rate, the seat comes out. Let me put some gloves on here. I wouldn't say that was my most proud work. It was really gritty and grimy, and probably not the example of safety. Oh wow, look at all that junk down in there. That's kind of neat. Look at all that styrofoam. But the seat is out, nevertheless. Well, we got plenty of aluminum to practice on. So my idea with this, and like I said before, I don't want to take these rivets out. So I just want to grind this surface down flush, leave these rivets in. The boat doesn't seem like it flexed at all. I think it's exactly where it was. But we're going to turn our attention to working on the front half. I want to get the dash location set, and that way we can start working on, get the front done and then work to the back. The back is set. I know that it's going to be 48 inches, which is roughly, you can't see it right here. I'll move you so you can. But it's kind of right where you guys are actually sitting. And that's going to be all engine bay. So that should leave us with about 6 feet here for seats and seats. So I think we're going to do bench style seats. It should provide a little bit better seating. But yeah, let's keep working. So I want to bring you in close here. I was vacuuming out the space there between the seat. If you can see that spot right there, we're going to inspect that together. I believe it's a hole in the boat. Now, I didn't feel anything from the bottom. Okay, it looks like it might have been welded. I see welding, evidence, such as from the bottom side, where the heat penetration has come through. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what that looks like and feels like. I'm trying to zoom you in there from the outside. That little ring, the dark ring around the edge, that looks like welding heat from the other side. So we'll have to look at that tomorrow. It's getting a little late out here in the shop right now. But this is starting to look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I expected the boat to have some dents and dings. I would imagine that the other seller, the guy I bought it from, he didn't even know about that. So we'll keep working on it, keep gutting it. You got to tear it up to rebuild it. Hey, welcome back, everybody. So it's the next morning. I've had some time to do some thinking. We got the front seat, the middle seat, and we're going to start working on getting the rear seat out. So if we take a peek down here, this seat wholly has to come out because this is where the engine is going to live. So remember, I've spoken 48 inches to the front, to the back of the engine, and that's the space that it needs. So we're going to get to work getting this seat out, and then we have some work here on the transom. We need to get this old wooden transom out and kind of clean up all the brackets and things that are on it. So let's get to work. Okay, so the problem we're gonna have to correct here before we go any further is this cart. So I picked up this cart earlier this week. I was super excited about it. But as you can see, that's not correct. So we're gonna have to fix that. I think it wants to buckle under the weight of the jet ski, and then you can kind of see there that one's starting to lean out. So let's fix this and make this not suck. Okay, so I got those boards stripped off. The bolts are pretty bent. It looks like maybe this Facebook Marketplace deal wasn't as good as I thought. You can see the curve in there. So we have to redesign this because I cannot afford to have this jet ski. I don't know how much it is, how much it weighs, probably 500-600 pounds. I can't afford to have that fall and hurt me or hurt any of my kids in the shop. So we're going to take a minute. We're going to readdress this, redesign it. I think I have some steel that we might be able to scab in there. I don't know. It's not going to look pretty, but it'll be strong. Okay, so what I've come up with, I don't have a lot of scrap, like good quality scrap steel, but I do have some rebar. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this brace here to here and then here to here. And then we're going to do that on the opposite side. And we're going to weld a bunch of these joints through here to try to strengthen this up because I don't like how it's behaving. Yeah. Let's strip this paint off and get to welding it. Okay, so here is the trolley, and this is how I chose to do the welds on there. I'll take you in kind of close. So it's just cross-linked. I think that'll be more than strong enough. I think that that'll hold it from rolling back because those lateral pieces were kind of starting to lean back on themselves. So I think that'll be good. And now we're going to straighten out the bolts. I'll bring you back when I get the bolts straight because we still have to come up with an idea how to keep those bunks from spreading out. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. All right, I got the bolts straightened out. I put them in the vise and banged on them. I figure the threads, they're fine. They're good enough. But I do need to figure out how I can keep the bunks from peeling out. I don't quite yet have that figured out. That stinks. Excuse me, I got a chest cold. So now that I straighten these out, the distance between the bolt down there and the bolt up here doesn't match. So, boy, another hurdle to cross. Let's see if this other side matches. What do you want to bet it doesn't? Oh, this one's dead nuts. This one's right on the money. But this one here, boy, it's not. So we'll get out the BFH. We're gonna try to make that fit. Let's see what we can do here. Oh boy, it's not far off. Well, the good news is that none of this moves. Good or bad. I'll tell you what, I'll bring you back when I get done fiddle farting with this. Okay, nothing that curse words and pure determination, stubbornness can't fix. I was able to get it in there. It just needed persuasion. I ended up using that adjustable wrench here on this piece, and it went right in. Of course, I used my DeWalt power driver there to sink it, and then finish it off with the hand ratchet. But I fought with it for a little bit. So I don't know, guys. I can't really wrap my head around how to make sure that the bunks don't spread apart. Because the V hull, of this jet ski goes down here in the middle, and I'm not confident, about putting maybe a 2x4 maybe down here on the bottom. I don't know. This is a new problem. Then we got a wheel that's locked up. There we go. Yeah, I think maybe we'll try that. Maybe we'll put a you can't see it, of course. Maybe we'll put a set of 2x4s left to right underneath here, this way. That would be below this bar and keep these bunks from rolling out. Yeah, let's try that. It's hot. I mean, that seems to me to be so much stronger. Well, the only one thing to do is to test it. Let's get it under the boat or under the jet ski and see how it does. So I have to jack the jet ski up a little bit more. And I'll be honest, I mean, you can see how tippy it is. Well, I think it's supported okay in the front. And I mean, I guess as long as it wouldn't break anything that I'm using, it would be all right. But this will work. This will work perfect. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. We'll go down slowly here. Ooh. Okay, well, that wasn't so terrible. Felt kind of sketchy. And I think it's sitting all the way down. Let's see here. Well, she made some noises. Okay. Man, I'd like to see that cart maybe a little bit further under. Yeah. Let's see what the balance of it feels like, though. I mean, dude, it doesn't... I think that's honestly probably good. It looks weird, but you figure most of the weight is back here anyhow. Yeah, let's see. Will it hold my weight? No, it's a little tippy. Let's just do it and move it. You know. We're here now. We might as well just do it. But what I do like seeing, those bunks are nice and square, and those legs that the wheels are mounted to aren't buckling and moving. So I think our fix is going to be perfect. Nope, not yet. I didn't have the jacks up high enough. Now these are those obligatory Harbor Freight jacks, you know. The jack stands rather, the ones you can never really trust. They're probably okay, but you know, it's always a gamble. Ooh, easy rod. Okay. I know that didn't seem like much, but I think it was about all it needed. Whew. Yeah, that looks much better. This old jack I have here, I've had this jack for, gosh, probably 15 or 20 years. It's a Craftsman, and it's a 3-ton, and I assure you I have jacked up 3 tons with it, and it never disappoints. It does sometimes release a little hard, you know, not very smoothly. Yeah, I think that looks real good. Let me bring you guys in. All right, so here we are. This is pretty much the same view we were at earlier today, and those were super duper sketchy. That looks much better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Well, now we can start working on the boat. Jeez. Okay, well, that was a lot more work than I'd begged for. I couldn't get it out. You saw it, the time lapse there. I kept fighting with it, and there was a little bit of a strap that I had cut above, whereas on the middle seat I'd cut below. So that was what was fighting me. But we got it out. We got it cleaned up. I got the Sea-Doo pushed out. Good news there. The wheels look straight. The bunks aren't bowed out like they were. So that's great. I think we got a lot done this week. We tested the jet ski. It worked fantastic. We got the seats cut out. We got the dolly reinforced. And next week, we're going to keep working on getting the hull cleaned up, get the rest of these brackets kind of smoothed out and smoothed down into the, so that they don't cut you or catch you. And then I think it's time to start tearing the jet ski apart. I'm still working on, I've got a really good buddy who kind of has a better design brain. Dave, it's a shout out to you. And he's been helping me with keeping stuff straight in my head about where I want the front bulkhead and the rear bulkhead. And getting these seats out is going to help me envision it. I wish I knew how to do Google Sketch or some sort of CAD where I could CAD design this. I don't have the knowledge. So we'll get there. Maybe I'll draw it out on a piece of paper and share it with you. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. It really means a lot. Our subscribers are growing. Keep the comments and the likes coming. Share the video, please. Get it out there because I absolutely love doing this. And the more support from you guys, the better. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week.